All hooks are open.
And we just heard confirmation that the second set of 6 hooks is open, and that will begin to separate Dragon from the space station as we see those thrusters firing. Separation was confirmed at 8:20 a.m. Central, 6:20 a.m. Pacific. Again, separation of Dragon Freedom from the space station was confirmed at 8:20 a.m. Central, 6:20 a.m. Pacific, while the International Space Station flew over the South Pacific Ocean west of Ecuador. Dragon has started to push itself away from the station, and with that, the Axiom-3 crew, consisting of Michael Lopez Alegria.
Burn 0 is complete and nominal.
Copy, SpaceX.
And with that, Commander Michael Lopez Alegria, Pilot Walter Villaday, and Mission Specialist Alper Gezerachi and Marcus Want have completed their mission aboard the International Space Station and are making their journey home. We've had good undocking burns to physically separate from the space station, and we'll have several departure burns coming up. We'll continue to monitor Crew Dragon through the departure sequence as it makes its way home from the International Space Station. The first of the 4 departure burns, known as Burn 0, has already taken place, and this is a short firing of Dragon's Draco thrusters that lasted approximately 16 seconds to increase the speed that Dragon is flying away from the station and send it on a trajectory, taking it up and around the orbiting laboratory. We are now about 3.5 minutes from the next departure burn, known as Departure Burn 1. Departure Burn 1, which is scheduled for approximately 6:26 a.m. Pacific, 8:26 a.m. Central Time, will increase the initial opening rate between Crew Dragon and the space station. This burn will last approximately 21 seconds long and will further the distance between Dragon Freedom and the space station. The Axiom-3 crew spent about 18 days docked to the International Space Station, and during their stay, they were accompanied by the Expedition 70 crew, which remains on board following Axiom-3's departure. Expedition 70 is made up of NASA astronauts Jasmine Nobelli and Laurel O'Hara, ESA or European Space Agency astronaut Andy Mogensen, and JAXA or Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency astronaut Satoshi Furukawa, along with Roscosmos cosmonauts Konstantin Borisov, Oleg Kononenko, and Nikolai Chub. The next crew to launch the station is Crew 8, which is scheduled to launch later this month, and Crew 7 will return a short time later after a brief handover period. We are now about a minute and a half away from Departure Burn 1. On your screen right now, you're seeing live views of Dragon as it makes its way back to Earth and is departing the International Space Station. And we're now in a brief but expected handover between satellites. This is known as a LOS, or loss of signal. We'll get signal back in just a few moments. We are under 30 seconds away from departure burn 1. Again, this burn is scheduled to last approximately 21 seconds and will increase the initial opening rate between Crew Dragon and the space station. Following this burn, the crew will start to take off their spacesuits until it's time to deorbit. And we just heard confirmation that departure burn 1 is in progress. Following this departure burn 1, the Crew Dragon will exit the keep-out sphere. The keep-out sphere is...
SpaceX depart burn 1 is complete and nominal. We hope you guys had a wonderful time on the station, and we're looking forward to seeing your smiling faces in person. As a reminder, ground will deactivate the big loop following the approach ellipsoid exit, which is coming up soon.
Be all that Siva, and to our gracious and endearing hosts of Expedition 70, Andy, Satoshi, Laurel and Hardy, Olga, Testia, and Nastasia Oleg. Thank you for all you did for us. We couldn't have done it without you. Laurel, I'm sorry, and John and Laurel, there is some peanut butter waiting for you in the airlock entrance on this forward side. Enjoy.
You just heard some nice words between the teams here on the ground and the Axiom-3 crew currently on their way home.
Dragon, a couple of other reminders. You are go for suit off per 4.012. Ground is going to take the cameras external shortly. And feel free to call us if you need a conference or just if you want to show us the view out the window.
Yep, suit doctor is in order.
We just heard confirmation that the crew can begin removing their suits for their journey home and help them get a little bit more comfortable. It'll be a long journey for a splashdown on Friday, February 9th. The Dragon vehicle is now a little more than 250 meters away from the space station and continuing
Station
to
Houston
track
on the big
further.
loop. Dragon Freedom has exited the keep-out sphere. Safe travels, Axiom-3.
And we just heard confirmation that Dragon has exited the keep-out sphere. The keep-out sphere is an imaginary sphere that is 200 meters in radius around the space station.
We enjoyed the mission immensely.
The keep-out sphere is one of several safety zones set up to govern visiting spacecraft either arriving or departing the station. Before moving into the keep-out sphere, spacecraft have to be configured where they would not cross the imaginary boundary for at least 4 orbits, even if the spacecraft lost all maneuvering. The next milestone for Dragon will be to exit the approach ellipsoid, or AE, which is another imaginary shape, this time a 3-dimensional ellipsoid measuring 4 kilometers by 2 kilometers by 2 kilometers in the same family as the keep-out sphere.